So let us check out this. This is the main feature. This channel had a name before. Now it's in Chinese. There was a name before. And a great channel. I love these Chinese channels. Love them. China is actually really amazing these days. I didn't know. I thought things were more oppressive. I really did. I didn't know Chinese could just go run around. I mean, we couldn't even do this. This would be like private property or national park or just off limits. A quarry. And in fact, we're told this was a quarry, and I've shared this quarry in the past and just said, no way is it a quarry. But here, he tells us the story. I only watched, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. It was so good, I just stopped. I wanted to show it to you guys. It's too good. So anyway, let's check out this not quarry. This mind-blowing, here he's peeking inside it. He's peeking inside the building. This is so sick. Anyway, thank you for being here this week. I love you all. God bless and welcome. Welcome. Okay, let's go maximum screenage. And this channel, I feel bad. His name was it was a Chinese name, but I was able to pronounce it. And now I can't see his Chinese name. Why? I was even singing it. I couldn't help it. Well, let me click on it. Let's see. Here we go. Luz Hu Abo. Lu Zhao Bo. Forgive me. I'm trying. Great discoveries all of these Chinese channels make. Here we have a star for it. Here we go. And quite a few views. 114,000 here. Lu Xiaobo. It's everything. Ooh, I think this is the one we've looked at before. Ooh, here's one we haven't looked at before. So yeah, he's finding all kinds of awesome remnants, pockets of survival, and star forts and everything. Just mind-blowing. I'm gonna subscribe here. I thought I was. So much to discover in China, and apparently it's permissible. Oh, this is so sick. I could look at all of these. So here we go. Okay. So a 1,000-year-old underground palace. Its entrance was smashed open. So originally we're told, I don't know what the name of these are. Let's see if he gives us the name. No one ever expected that the entrance was accidentally struck open by a quarry worker with a single hammer blow. The inside of the palace crisscrosses into secret passages. Intricate traps and deadly mechanisms lurk everywhere. Who could have built such a magnificent project? So it is like a mystery. Even in China, they don't have a story for it. And yeah, it was like a quarry. They tell us it's a quarry. And then they say some guy hit it with a hammer. I mean, this is BS. Nobody was quarrying anything from this. We're told somebody hit it with a hammer up here and revealed this passageway. Unbelievable. There he goes inside. Unbelievable here. This is sick. Look at this. There he goes. And look at this. You see a little entrance here? It almost looks like concrete. It looks like how I've been thinking about building concrete, like ghetto. Instead of just pouring it all at once, I was thinking of just pouring a perimeter, like a foot, having rebar in it, and then again pouring another foot and doing it in phases, and that's what this looks like. Anyway, yeah, so many times. Places in Colorado even look like this. I've shown quarries, like in the early 1900s, places like this, and underground like this as well. So this is sick. This is like a roof. This is like a building, you see? And it's been cooked. I mean, it's all cooked out, but he's gained access. Here we go. We're told somebody hit it with a hammer. And that's what I mean. This is like really free China. So free. Like freer than America right here. I mean, here he goes. Unbelievable. There he goes. Look at this place. This is so sick. So sick. This is such a cooked out city. So advanced and so old. Look at this. Like a canal back here or a moat. I don't know. So this is the roof. You must realize. Look at the sections. Look at the concrete. How perfect. No way is this a quarry. And yet this is my theory, of course, is that all quarries are old buildings. Star forts. We just use old buildings and crush it back up, add lime to it, and boom, concrete recycled over and over. But now he goes in. I should have the writing. I should be reading this. It's said to be full of secret passages. But again, I think I showed another video recently that reminded me of this. It was a mountain, and this is clearly better. I mean, it's not a mountain. It's so clear from the outside. And yet the inside is just like what we saw with that mountain several videos back. And I think that other one was in China as well, actually. So here, he's come in through the top. I mean, where's the original entrance? It's got to be buried. And this is so Lord of the Rings. And yet this is our reality. This is not Lord of the Rings. This is our reality. Mountains are buildings. And quarries are old buildings. Look at this. This is so crazy. Look at this piece right here. Just look at this chunk. So now I've been thinking of making another concrete slab outside. I could use a lot of them. I mean, when you live in the desert, you wish you had more concrete around, places to park your cars and change your oil and build stuff. And you just wish you had concrete. And this is like a 6-inch chunk. Just a chunk here. Beautiful too. Look at how nobody hit this with a hammer. I mean, what happened? It definitely broke. This piece broke, and this piece is still perfectly intact. This section. Oh, I'm geeking out so hard. This is fun. This is awesome. And here we go. Now he's in. So there's nothing quarry about it. That's what's crazy. And it's so beautiful. Like, kind of reminds me of like Star Wars at the beginning. They live in these underground homes. I love this. I would love to live in something like this. And who knows? It looks kind of crude and unfinished. Looks like a lot of people have come here. They've made a little makeshift spot, like little stairs. Look how perfect, how absolutely perfect. And from the top, you could absolutely tell it was concrete from the top, poured in sections as a roof. Just sick. A concrete roof, 6 inches thick. But I don't understand, like, were these molds that left this impression? It has kind of a scraped impression, but I don't know. Unbelievable, right? Like, as advanced as, you know, the pyramids and chambers in the pyramids. But this is China. And again, I'm surprised that we're getting this out of China. Like, this is very free. Like, in America, this would be totally confiscated and made like a national park. Little brown signs everywhere and little wooden ladders everywhere explaining how primitive this is. Just diverting the attention, if they would even allow you to access. This is probably what we had going on in the Grand Canyon, and how the Hopi talk about being brought into an underground city in the Grand Canyon, and this is what it must have been like. But yet really advanced too. It probably had electricity and doors, and in my last video we saw a kitchen, actually. Clear as could be. Maybe we'll get such things here. But this is like a mystery. An underground palace. Let's see what he says. So here's an opening. So it looks like it's two people. Somebody's filming him. Look at the thickness of this wall. It's like the thickest wall ever. Okay, here he goes. Pretty amazing. I mean, even he's just blown away by the mass of it. And of course there probably were windows, and a lot of this stuff is just missing. It's hard to say. I mean, who can explain this? He's saying it's a mystery. He's afraid there might be wild animals in here. So he grabbed this stick. Super free. I mean, this is like my dream, to discover something like this in North America. And yet I think it exists. I think they're all over the place. Oops, we have a commercial. Sorry. I think these things exist, but again, we're told they're Native American. This is very similar to Bandaleras National Park in New Mexico. Again, we're told that is Native American, and they place wooden ladders on the outside. And it just goes on and on and on. Totally a building in ruins, like in absolute ruins. And here we can see kind of slots where like rafters would have gone across for different levels. A lot of grooves that I think would have supported a lot of the infrastructure and metal and wood and glass. I don't think it was all primitive like this. Now, eventually, if they write a story about it, they will sell it as primitive because it's so old and before our time period, and they just can't have people from the past being more advanced than we are. So here he's discovered some kind of kitchen or something, or this could be used to cook. Maybe you set a pot on here. He's saying there's a drainage ditch. So it's like plumbing, and probably there were pipes and metals. I think, again, all the metals have probably incinerated. It's just such an old structure. I think all that would be left is the concrete. We don't often see metals surviving this old reset, this really, really old reset, where giant buildings turned into mountains. And in this case, it's so much better than a mountain. Like the outside has stayed square, which is super cool. We seldom get that. Usually it's all cooked out and blobous looking on the outside, and then really nice and clearly not natural on the inside. Here we go again with these signs of engineering, like somebody really planned this out to perfection. This isn't just random. Super interesting. Again, cooked out, there's some distortion, but there's a lot left. All the metals, though, I think, could just evaporate if they got so hot. And we do see kind of like cooking and smoking here. And metal does. When metal gets hot, it actually turns to smoke. I hate it. I hate metal smoke. When I used to work at the hospital, it seems like I was exposed to more cutting of metal, which would turn to smoke. It has such a horrible smell. I breathed more metal smoke in that 5-year job than probably anybody needs to in their whole life. Horrible. Toxic. Yeah. You get it hot and it smokes. Here we have some Chinese writing. So really interesting, actually. What does he say? So now he's talking about the earth god. I mean, it's written in Chinese. You can read it. Pretty awesome. Look at this room. Again, he's on one floor. It's meant to have another level. This is fascinating. This is almost like a free energy fireplace, actually. This little mantle here. This would have had the tech. This really could be. He's saying worshipped. Of course. I mean, our people would say that too. Worshipping, or even with the Native Americans. Same thing. You know, you see like a hole in the ground and they tell us it's for ceremonies. Always for ceremonies or burials. Just how it goes with history. This is pretty sick. Like this would have been a closet with 1, 2, 3 levels. We have little nooks in here again. And what does this say? Is this an afterthought? This looks very clean compared to everything else. I could be wrong. It just looks really clean and polished. And what does he say? He's gonna have to read it for us. The legacy of purity and integrity. Let's take a look at the side. Auspicious opening and enduring for generations. The altar hall celebrating the continuation of purity. Anyway, showing that it was like a concrete, that it was cast in here. I don't think this was carved. It looks like so perfect. It's been busted up. You see a busted piece here with some Chinese writing on it. Okay. So you know what? I know what's going on here. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry. So this is what it all looked like. It was all perfect and beautiful and absolutely smooth at one point. And they have come in and scraped the piss out of it. Like some kind of tool that just runs grooves. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like they have actually defaced this. And you can see it right here. You can see this chunk that it's fallen off. They have defaced all of this to make it look more primitive. I hope you see what I'm talking about here. Because, like, it stuck out even more. Like, they've removed like 6 inches, or as thick as this chunk is right here. They've removed 6 inches of beautiful original covering from this whole place. I think that's the quarry. That's the quarrying part, because this was at one point absolute perfection, as we can see here. And for some reason, they left this. They left this writing and this little shrine. I don't know why. You can see up here. You can see the scraping. And then as they moved into it, they said, oh, the hell with it. Just leave this part. It's too complicated, perhaps. And he says it's truly incredible, and I agree. I wonder if he's seeing the same thing that I do. Oh, and now he has a story. Now he's telling us this ancient castle was carved by the Yang family. Okay, it's probably good that we didn't listen to all the explanations. Many of these stone slabs are already broken. We don't know where they came from. So you see, the stone slabs are the face. They have removed the face. And you can see the clean face that it once had. And then these chunks, like he says, we don't know where these came from. And I think we do, actually. We do. They have bastardized this place. And it's not just China, it's every nation. Here we go. Now it starts getting clean, you see? It changes, but they've removed so much. They've quarried it from the inside out. And also the outside, I think. And they've almost ruined it. Look at this. Super sketchy. But this is sick. It looks like a construction site at this point. Like you just wander around in different levels. Absolutely impeccable. I don't think we could build something like this today. I mean, we could, but it would be so much concrete and rebar. It'd be interesting to see if there's any metals. But like I said, I don't think metals survive from this time period. And that's how come we see so many holes in stone all throughout the realm. Oftentimes the metals either deteriorate or just get cooked out. Probably both. So this is awesome. Really pleased. Really reminiscent of the last one that I shared. And again, I'd like to take one more look at it from the outside. I think the outside is so important. I mean, we have to appreciate what we're dealing with here. It's an absolutely square building. I wonder if he sends the drone up. Here we go. Where he was going in. Still, I would like to show you the whole thing. We've looked at it in the past, but again, this is an abandoned quarry in Sichuan. So mind-blowing. So let us take a little pause. Okay, let us have some fun here. Let us have some fun. So Trump, good old Trump. What did Trump promise us? He promised us a big, beautiful, triumphal arch. Let us appreciate the triumphal arch in Paris. Ah, yes. Such a fine arch. I love this arch, actually. I went to this arch once. I was so blown away. I told the story before. I went in here, in the arch. Nothing made sense. It didn't make sense then, and it doesn't make sense today. Why? Why such a big arch? This arch could have been half the size, and nobody would have complained. Half the size. Look, it's hard for me to even comprehend this arch. So big. Again, half. Half is half is huge. Still a big arch. And I went in here, and I had like a little camera, the kind where you have to put film in. And I was just pointing it up here, like inside the arch. I still have the pictures today. Like I wouldn't ever have access to that again. And that's how it felt pre-internet. I was like an archaeologist, photographing the inside of this arch. I could have photographed the outside, but you really can't see the outside. I mean, you'd have to stand really far back. But when you go inside, it slaps you in the face. At least me. Again, I noticed nobody cared. I always feel that way. I'm always geeking out on things, and everyone just walks past me uninterested. Might be the mud flood. Might be some ornaments on a building. Nobody cares. They care to some extent. I mean, everybody came here. Here they are. I mean, what are they really doing? You could see here, nobody really cares. And that's how it was on that day. None of these people care. I swear I could see it. I could see right now that nobody cares about the arch. I don't know why they're here. They just come to hang out, maybe eat, get out of the sun. These people look like they're kissing. Forgive me. Just wanted to show you an arch real quick. What a real arch looks like. Now, for Trump's arch. Trump's arch. Now Trump is a master builder. Trump has built a lot of buildings in New York, Jersey. And here we go. Ah, yes. Trump's arch. Ah, look at that. Look at his little, cute little arch. What does it have? Plastic on the outside? Vinyl? Plastic arch? Plastic arch. There we go. There we go. Like a wrapping? Like a temporary vinyl? We couldn't carve? No concrete? No carving? What is this? What is this arch? What is this shit? Unbelievable. Unbelievable garbage. Come on. A big, beautiful arch? I mean, I saw his words. His words. We were gonna build a big, beautiful arch. This person is great. This person made this video for me. Look at this shit. Knocking on it. It's some kind of a wrap over like probably plywood. It's like a plywood with this cheap vinyl wrapping. There we go. Who's proud of this? What a joke. And here we go again. Here's my point. You know, we're like totally gaslit in this community when it comes to like the world's fairs. I mean, how dare these bastards? Oh yeah, we did this stuff in the 1800s. And like they tell us this is temporary. This that holds up in the water. Unbelievable. But this is beautiful. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Mr. President. Oh, thank you for absolutely proving what a bunch of BS our history is. So this is what they could do in the 1800s for a temporary 1-year event. Just busted it out before power, before bathrooms, and then we get this shit. This is the saddest thing ever, actually. The saddest thing ever. These are the saddest people under the saddest triumphal arch I have ever seen. Just like the opposite, like the absolute opposite. I don't know, we live like in opposite world. I mean, here at the real arch, at the real deal, nobody gives a shit. Nobody is looking up, nobody's taking a picture. And then here one person cares. One person is just in awe over this arch. This is such garbage. Here we go, we're just getting started. So this Ferris wheel is shit. Let's look at the Chicago Ferris wheel at the World's Fair in the 1800s. So this baby was so big. It was so big, like each little Ferris thing was like a house. It was like an absolute house. Look at this. Look at this size. It's like a little house. And you could fit like 20 or 30 people in each one. This thing is a monster. Temporary. Again, this is the temporary 1-year Chicago World's Fair. Not even a year. Busting these things out. Busting this whole fair out. Look at the Ferris wheel. Like the oldest Ferris wheel is the grandest. Now let's go back to our pile of shit Trump Ferris wheel. I mean, a joke. You know, I was half excited when I heard him talk about this fair. Half excited. And I wanted to show the tents. So like again, I always say, why in the old world, why all these buildings? These are real buildings. They tell us these are temporary buildings, but no way. I mean, they're fully self-supported, beautiful buildings. And I always say, you know, why so beautiful for temporary? Why not just tents? Why not tents? I mean, today we have fairs with tents. There's no tents here. Nothing is temporary. So that's the absolute gaslighting. Is in the old world, we're told all of this is temporary. And it doesn't look temporary. Nothing could be more permanent. Nothing could be more permanent. Look at this. Look at this place. This is like so beautiful. I just have to stop and appreciate this. I'm always humbled, actually. Here I thought I would just blast on through and make my point. Stopped in my tracks. Dead in my tracks here. Come on. This is temporary? No way. No way. This is the best. Now let's go back to our shit. Our pile of dog shit fare. Now this is temporary. Look at this junk. Just a junk fest. This dinky little wheel. Now you can see how small this wheel really is. And the arch. There's the arch right on the other side of the wheel. So stupid. There's the beauty. Here's the old world. And really the World's Fairs buildings look exactly like the Capitol buildings, you see? All the old world Capitol buildings are exactly like the World's Fair buildings. Same style. You can't bullshit us. No. This is the real deal. And this stuff out here is a temporary junk fest. Just an absolute junk fest. Here we go again, just a little look. You know, it's a good example, actually, even today. Like, nobody turned out to this fair. Nobody cared. Look at it. I mean, nobody cares. And even if you did care, it just kind of puts things in perspective today. Like, again, today we should be at the peak of advancement. I mean, we have airplanes and automobiles. And yet, could you just take off and go to Washington for this fair? I mean, it's a lame fair. But yeah, we're told that people in the 1800s just went out to these fairs in horse and wagon. I don't think so. And you can see my point. It would be difficult to go to the fair today. It would be hard for me to go to the fair, even if I was flying or certainly driving a car. I mean, driving a car kind of puts things in perspective. Like, that would be a pain in the ass. And certainly going by horse and wagon would be an absolute pain in the ass. So let's look at something else. Pause. So I want to look at Venezuela, actually. A little Venezuela action. Really sad. Let's pray for the people. And this here I'm looking at fires, wildfires in Utah. So wild, again, that they don't burn the trees, but turn the buildings into powder, including the bathtubs and toilets. Powdered toilets. Enough time to turn the toilet into powder, but yet not incinerate the trees? I mean, these trees should be absolutely gone. Why don't they do the same thing that these houses do, including all the metals in the houses, including the porcelain? Porcelain is pretty nuts. But yeah, look at this. Green trees surviving here in a cooked out building back there. Totally normal, of course. But now let us look at poor Venezuela again. You know, they're saying 1,000 people are gone, but realistically, it's going to be like 50,000 people. They say 50,000 people are missing, and unfortunately, I think they're not missing. They're gone. Powder. And this is really interesting. I mean, it's horrible, and yet to see what a building could look like, flattened levels, I think it gives us an idea of what we're seeing with old archaeological sites, old ruins. Sometimes we try to make sense, and yet we just can't make any sense, and it's because we're not seeing the whole picture. I mean, these were buildings here. These were buildings. In fact, they looked exactly like the ones next to them. Like, these looked like this one right here. Now flat. Now just pushed over like a house of cards. Here's a top view again. Just pushed over and flattened. And I don't know. Here I've punched in Venezuela earthquake on X, and they're showing this on the news, I think, in perhaps Venezuela. And I don't know if this is true. I don't know. How could I? Is this legit? This is nuts, actually. I didn't think that I was going to show something like this. And again, I can't verify this. Can't verify it. This is like in Spanish. Pretty nuts. Just, that is so nuts. I don't know. That doesn't look legit at all, but this is from John F. Kennedy Jr. And yet it is pretty unusual. I'm not saying it was some kind of lasers and UFOs, but pretty nuts. Pretty damn crazy, actually. Here's a look at a gym. 7.5 is pretty huge. This person's just gonna keep working out right here. Just one person is like, I'm not leaving this gym. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how much I can trust any video footage these days. It's really sketchy. But this is pretty unbelievable. I mean, this looks legit like a traffic cam. I mean, these people, can you imagine you're just sitting in here, just sitting in your house? You don't have much time. Like, you have to get out now. And here's like a whole family, not even dressed. And when you see the condition of these buildings, I mean, some people at least could get out. At least the building stayed in one piece. But those other people, like this, nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. You're just done. If your building is flattened like this, and there is so much that is flattened like this. Really beautiful place, actually. More beautiful than I knew. It's a shame. Here we go. Look at the separating, and looking like the cracks that we just saw in the building in China. That's still open? Yes, let me show you here. So I want to show you, I especially noticed it at the end here. Here we go. And I was like, what are these? Oh, a commercial. Sorry, hold on. So here we go. Look at this crackage. You see the crackage? Same thing. Same. Here again. Crackage right through the floor I was noticing earlier. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. These are like concrete buildings. In fact, some of them were brick. A lot of them were brick. And I've been wanting to do a little deep dive into the old world and just what kind of buildings exist in Venezuela. I pray, I don't know. That's all I can do. And, you know, all of us have something. All of us have some kind of extreme something that can happen. I think nobody is immune to this. Here again, we can see those same buildings we were looking at earlier, and just much more. And my point was, if it was just left alone, trees begin to grow on it. After a while, it's very confusing and unrecognizable. Now, of course, they won't leave everything like this. They'll end up scraping it all up and rebuilding. It's really like a interesting study of people as well. I mean, here's this scene here. Here's a child. And it looks like another child sitting at a table. Suddenly the earthquake happens. And immediately it's like somebody is going to come and grab this child. And nobody is going to care about this person. And this person will not even care about this person. Which is really interesting. Maybe they're mentally challenged. Watch this. Here we go. Grab the child. Everybody runs out. This person's just sitting here. They don't even think about getting out. And now somebody has come back for them. Here we go. Very sad. They must be mentally challenged or something. And now they've all come back in. But yeah, you have to be quick. Once I was in a tornado in Salt Lake City. And I thought I was going to die. I really did. I totally thought I was going to die. And in fact, one person died. And I was right next to him. I mean, I didn't see it happen. In fact, that person was in one of these stupid tents, these temporary tent structures that they built. They built these tents for I don't know what. And I was parked right next to a building called the Triad Center. In fact, the Triad Center saved my life. Here, I was exactly here. So this building is the Triad Center where my pointer is. And here across the street from the Triad Center is the temporary shitty tents. This one got destroyed here. This one survived. And my truck, how interesting. I wonder if I could see my truck. No, I'm behind the Triad Center. Again, I was saved. I would have been gone by then. Anyway, I pulled up and we all were stopped at this light. Suddenly a tornado came ripping through and I was protected by this building. This Triad Center, and I was faring better than everyone else who was on the other side of the street. We were getting blasted, and this hotel, this Wyndham, was getting blasted. All the windows busted out of it, shredded this tent. The person that died was in this tent. And yeah, there's not supposed to be tornadoes in Salt Lake. Very unusual, and again, I thought I was gonna die. Here's the Triad Center. They're like these golden buildings. So you see, it knocked over these trucks, destroyed all these vehicles. It was grace of God that I was behind this building. And out here, look how horrible. Everything got shredded. I would have died. Well, I don't know. It's amazing that only one person died. And hopefully it's the same thing with these people in Venezuela. Hopefully it just looks a lot worse. But I don't know. The scale is so much bigger. A tornado is just like a small pinprick in comparison. This was shaking the entire city. Everyone was affected by this. So I think I'll end it here. I don't know. Be safe out there. I love you all. God bless. And I'll see you next week.